I had walked that hallway so many times that it had completely lost its meaning to me. It was just a narrow space between the elevator and my apartment door, something I crossed without thinking, like a routine I never questioned. Every evening was the same. Keys in my hand, footsteps steady, eyes down, mind far away from everything around me. But that night, something felt off. She was standing there, leaning against the wall just outside my apartment, like she had been waiting long enough to grow tired of it. The overhead light cast a soft golden glow on her, outlining her figure in a way that made her impossible to ignore. She wore a fitted off-shoulder beige sweater, simple, elegant, but striking in the way it framed her posture and quiet confidence. I slowed down without realizing it. Her eyes met mine, and she held the gaze. "You walk right past me every day," she said. Her voice was calm, but it carried weight. Not anger. Not accusation. Something more personal. I stopped. "I didn't think you noticed me," I replied, my tone uncertain. A small smile appeared on her lips, but there was something behind it, something almost sad. "Oh, I noticed," she said softly. For a moment, the hallway felt different. Smaller. Quieter. Like something had just started, without either of us planning it. I stood there for a second longer than I should have, unsure whether to just unlock the door and end the moment, or step into whatever this was. There was something about her presence that made it hard to ignore her, like she had already decided this conversation was going to happen, with or without my permission. "Can I come in?" she asked. The question caught me off guard. My roommate wasn't home, but technically she didn't need permission. Still, the way she asked made it feel personal. Intentional. I nodded and stepped aside. She walked in slowly, her movements calm, controlled. The faint scent of her perfume lingered behind her as she moved toward the couch and sat down like she had been there before. Tonight, she wore a soft pastel off-shoulder dress, simple but elegant, the kind of look that didn't try too hard but still stood out. "You're quiet," she said, glancing around the room. "I could say the same about you," I replied. She smiled slightly, then leaned back, exhaling like she had been holding something in all day. "I come here sometimes when I need to breathe," she admitted. "Things get loud out there." I didn't interrupt. Because something in her tone told me she wasn't just talking about noise. "My life looks perfect from the outside," she continued, her eyes drifting away for a moment. "But it's not." That was the first real crack in the image I had of her. And somehow, it made her feel more real than ever. After that night, her visits became more frequent. At first, I didn't question it. Then it became something I started expecting. The quiet apartment didn't feel as empty anymore, and I found myself adjusting to her presence in ways I hadn't planned. But one evening, everything changed. She walked in without saying much, her usual calm energy replaced by something heavier. Something quieter. She sat down slowly, like even that took effort. Tonight, she wore a navy off-shoulder dress, slightly wrinkled, like she hadn't bothered fixing it. "What's wrong?" I asked. She didn't answer right away. For a moment, she just stared at her hands. Then she said it. "My engagement ended." The words landed softly, but they carried weight. I stayed silent. "I thought he was my future," she continued, her voice steady but distant. "Turns out, I was just part of his plan." There was no anger. No dramatic reaction. Just quiet disappointment. That made it worse. I didn't try to fix it. I didn't give advice. I just stayed there. Because sometimes, the most important thing you can do for someone isn't to solve their problems. It's to not leave when things get difficult. And that night, something shifted. She trusted me. After that night, everything felt different. The silence between us wasn't awkward anymore, it was comfortable. Conversations flowed naturally, sometimes lasting for hours without either of us noticing the time. We talked about things that people usually keep hidden. Past regrets, small dreams, the kind of thoughts that only come out when you feel safe. She started smiling more. And I started noticing details I hadn't before. The way her expression softened when she laughed. The way she paused before answering something personal. The way she looked at me, not like a stranger anymore, but like someone she had chosen to trust. One evening, she showed up wearing a simple white off-shoulder top and jeans. Nothing dramatic. Nothing designed to impress. But somehow, she looked lighter. "You seem different," I said. She tilted her head slightly. "So do you." I didn't argue with that. Because she was right. Somewhere along the way, things had changed. Not suddenly. Not dramatically. But enough to matter. And for the first time in a long time, I wasn't just going through the motions of life. I was actually present. Everything felt simple, until it wasn't. My roommate found out. He didn't yell. He didn't lose control. But his tone was enough. "She's my sister," he said. "Don't complicate things." I understood what he meant. And that made it worse. Because what we had built wasn't something I could just walk away from. That night, she stood in the hallway again. Same place. Same quiet tension. But this time, everything felt heavier. She wore a black off-shoulder dress, her posture more guarded, her expression serious. "Maybe we should stop," she said. I didn't answer right away. Because the truth was, neither of us wanted that. But sometimes, the right choice isn't the easiest one. And sometimes, the easiest choice isn't right at all. After that night, everything changed. The apartment felt quieter again, but not peaceful. Just empty. She stopped coming over. The late-night conversations disappeared. The laughter faded. At first, I told myself it was the right decision. Less complicated. Less risky. But the silence started to feel heavier with each passing day. I noticed things I hadn't before. The empty couch. The stillness in the room. The absence of something that had quietly become important to me. And that's when I realized something I hadn't admitted to myself before. Walking away didn't fix anything. It just replaced one problem with another. A week passed. Then one night, there was a knock. I opened the door. She was standing there. Same hallway. Same place where everything had started. But this time, she looked certain. She wore a soft off-shoulder dress, her expression calm but determined. "I don't want to pretend anymore," she said. Her voice didn't shake. And for the first time, I understood something clearly. She wasn't here by accident. She had made a choice. She stepped inside slowly, looking around as if she was remembering something important. "Life already took enough from me," she said. "I'm not letting it take this too." I didn't interrupt. Because I understood. This wasn't just about us. It was about choosing something real, even when it's difficult. Even when it's uncertain. And in that moment, the decision didn't feel complicated anymore. It felt clear. We didn't rush anything after that. We didn't try to define it too quickly. But something had changed. We stopped avoiding each other. Stopped pretending. And most importantly, we stopped walking past each other like strangers. Somewhere between quiet conversations, shared moments, and unspoken understanding, something real had formed. Not perfect. Not easy. But real. And sometimes, that's enough. Because the best things in life don't start with certainty. They start with a moment. A hallway. A sentence. And the decision to finally stop walking away.